Hi, my name is Nuno Pimenta. I've been a singer for the last 8 years, and my goal is to help you sing better, easier, and healthier. Our voice is our most important form of expression, both in day-to-day communication and in our artistic expression. Therefore, as with any other instrument, we have to take certain steps to make sure that our voice is clean, fine-tuned, healthy, etc. When you work your vocal folds too much or improperly, they eventually give out. Vocal strain is a real thing, and we should be conscious about what our vocal folds can actually handle and how much we take care of them. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 ways, 5 tips to take care of your voice, both as a singer and in general. For our first tip, it all comes back to rest. Whether you're a singer or a teacher at a school, or a speaker for a company, or a coach in a football team, you put your vocal folds through loads of effort on a daily basis. A similar thing happens when you practice a specific sport or martial arts, or if you have a job with a lot of physical effort where different sets of muscles are put under strain constantly. Naturally, the more you work a set of muscles, the more they can handle and the more endurance they have. This happens when you work them gradually over a long period of time, but not when you overwork them in a short period of time. In all those cases, it all comes back to a balance between what your muscles can actually handle at the moment, taking into account endurance, and how much time you spend letting them recover. I'm mentioning muscles a lot because your vocal folds are controlled by muscles and naturally the same principles apply. Therefore, it all comes back to rest. Rest is applied to the vocal folds, the voice, but also to the rest of your body. If we only consider the vocal folds, the main principle is to rest between singing. This applies to whole practice sessions or gigs, but also between vocal exercises. This is important because there is such a thing as overstraining our voice with simple exercises. This happens because vocal exercises are designed to warm up, but also to work or even push our limits and our control over our vocal folds. If we consider the whole body, we should always remember that all muscles, cartilages, etc. are connected to everything else directly or indirectly. Therefore, a problem in our body can easily cause challenges in our singing, either for lack of rest in general or afflictions in muscles surrounding our singing system, vocal folds and breathing. Surprisingly or not, your brain, being the center of operations for this whole thing, should also always be rested to correctly control your muscles and manage your body's energy efficiently. As in music, where the silent parts are an important and effective tool of composition, in physical exercise, muscle recovery is an important part of the exercise itself. So in conclusion, keep your sleeping hours up to date, rest between vocal effort periods, singing or otherwise, and see your body as a whole when you're talking about physical strain or rest. For our second tip, let's talk about hydration. Needless to say, we should always keep ourselves hydrated. Depending on our body type, height, weight, and daily physical toll, we should drink from 1 to 2 liters of water per day. There are exceptions to this rule, naturally, and you should always get better informed about how much water you should drink each day. It's important to say that this should be spaced out throughout the day. It's not the same if you drink the whole thing before lunch and spend the rest of the day dry. This works best if you periodically drink small amounts of water as you give your system time to properly absorb and distribute that hydration through your whole body. Now, to speak specifically about vocal folds hydration, we must first understand the difference between systemic hydration and superficial hydration. Systemic hydration is the hydration that your system provides your whole body. This hydration comes mainly from water or other liquids you ingest during the day, which are absorbed and then distributed. Superficial hydration is the hydration that is absorbed through the various surfaces in your body. And by this I mean when you take a bath, when you breathe air, since air has a percentage of humidity, when you use creams for skincare, etc. Your skin and interior surfaces, nasal and oral cavities, pharynx, vocal folds, absorb this hydration and use it for their various functions. Now that we understand this difference, we can say that the water you drink indirectly hydrates your vocal folds through systemic hydration. However, the humidity in the air that you breathe directly hydrates your vocal folds through superficial hydration. Well, this is important to know because the hydration of your vocal folds directly affects their vibration and control, and therefore your singing. Your throat and oral cavities are also hydrated through superficial hydration by breathing air with high humidity or drinking water, but also through systemic hydration from the water you already drank. By breathing through your nose, the air that you breathe becomes more humidified in your nasal cavities and is therefore less superficially dehydrating to the rest of your breathing system and vocal folds. While singing, though your breathing contains humidity, it's not a sufficient amount of superficial hydration to your throat and oral cavities, and that's why you should keep drinking small amounts of water in between your singing. Moving on to our third tip, let's talk about physical exercise. As you probably know, physical exercise is important to maintain a healthy body in general. It stands to reason that a healthy body contributes to a healthy singing system. However, there are other things to consider about physical exercise. Cardio is an important factor for singing as it improves your stamina while you're singing, while you're using your abdominal muscles for breathing, and keeping the rest of your body relaxed and ready. Also, by exercising, you activate the muscles needed for breathing, which then gives you a better muscle response as you are breathing for singing. However, physical exercise also leads to physical strain, which may lead to contracted muscles or other afflictions. Even when they're small, they can affect your singing since your whole body is connected. I mention this because you should always take care of your body as a whole, which means taking care of whichever affliction that shows up. If this video is bringing you any value at all, do press the like button, as it would help me and the channel reach more singers like you. Getting to our fourth tip, we must talk about vocal technique. So first of all, vocal technique helps you sing better and reach new levels of singing. However, it also helps you sing easier and healthier, because since you have a better grasp of how to control your muscles, you can do so with less effort and in a more precise manner. For example, in the past, you had to make a lot of effort to reach that very high note. And then, through specific vocal exercises, you got to know your muscles and learn that by doing a precise effort with a specific amount of air support, you could achieve the same result in an easier and healthier way. And that's what I mean with how acquiring vocal technique can help you better maintain your voice healthy. Now we can add that, like every other muscle, to maintain a certain level of proficiency, or to get even better, we must exercise those muscles over and over again. One thing is to have technique, knowing how to use your muscles, your vocal folds, your breathing. However, if your muscles don't react the way you want them to, technique can only take you so far. A good situation when this happens is when you're sick. You know how to sing, you know what you want your singing system to do, but somehow it doesn't respond how it used to. In that situation, you should refrain from singing to avoid unnecessary strain on muscles that aren't going to respond anyway. That's why, when you're healthy, you should keep practicing on a daily basis to have your muscles healthy and ready for your technique. For our fifth and final tip, let's talk about talking. Although these are tips for taking care of your voice as a singer, we can never forget that a singer also talks a lot on a daily basis. If we remember all the previous tips and apply them to our talking, we'll see major improvement and reduction of the strain in our vocal folds. But how can we apply those tips? Well, talking is, in itself, singing, although with less pitch exploration. Therefore, the same principles of relaxation, vocal technique, breathing, support, hydration also apply here. The problem is, since we do it so often, we tend to go into automatic mode and forget that we know a better way to do it. If we choose to apply our knowledge of singing to our talking, it may sound strange at first, while we get to know what our vocal folds are doing while talking. But when we understand and are better acquainted, we can easily apply the technique we already know from singing. This is most important for singers who are also teachers or public speakers or coaches, or have other jobs that involve speaking for a lot of hours or to a lot of people. If you want to learn more about how to sing better, easier and healthier, please subscribe to the channel and tap the bell icon if you want to receive notifications about future videos. So that's it for this video. I tried to include a lot of information in these 5 tips. I hope it helped you better understand your voice and how to take care of it, and how everything's connected to your health and to your well-being. So keep on singing, and share with us your progress, your videos in the comments below. We'd love to see them. See you in the next video.